Welcome back to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge with Remax Results.
We're on every Sunday, 10 a.m. here on AM 1280 The Patriot. You can hear a little thumping in the background. We're next to the Home Depot, so if you want to come by. Now, we're very busy because there's standing room only. We have many people watching us, and there's waiting. They're waiting. Actually, we have one guy.
Yep.
No, I was and he is standing, and they're waiting for Dawn's autograph. When we get done here, she will be signing autographs. But we got to give a shout out to Stephanie, who's listening, first-time listener, and she is married to Barry White, who's our videographer, who is awesome videographer. Barry White, Google him, look him up.
Yay!
He does all. If you
Stephanie.
have any events that you need done, Barry will do those events. So, we're having fun. So we have. And we just told the gentleman what the topic was, and mold. And he sounded pretty excited about it.
Mold is sexy.
He actually walked away.
So we have Vicky here, who's with the Minnesota Mold Inspection. Eric here, who's with Advanticlean, who cleans up the messes usually from mold. Nikki Knuckles with Wells Fargo. What would be just since we're at the State Fair topic? Favorite State Fair food, number one, and then favorite State Fair story. Anybody?
You can start.
Okay, I'm a creature of habit. Cheese on a stick
Okay.
with mustard on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had that. I have not had that.
Story for me. My entire family, no joke, on my dad's side, entire family, including my sisters, have all worked at the fair except for me.
Really?
So technically, since I'm working at the fair right now, I've done my family obligation.
That's right. Yes. What does your family do when they've worked at the fair? Have they
Various things.
Okay.
My cousin has a little sock shop over here under the grandstand.
Oh, cool.
So if Lori's listening, I'm going to come over there.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. Dawn?
Well, my favorite food at the State Fair is the deep fried pickles. The
Nice.
pickle chips. I love those. Those are awesome. My favorite story is probably when I was in high school, I went to the haunted house. And at that time, there was a local celebrity who dressed like Dracula, and he was there, and I was very excited because he hosted like scary movie nights on local TV. And so I met him, and I went through the haunted house, and I got so scared that they actually opened the door and let me out.
Oh, my gosh.
All of a sudden, there was blinding white light, and I was screaming my head off, and I left. I was a little embarrassed, but
Wow.
It was fun. What about you, Vicki?
Well, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I still really like the cheese curds and the Pronto Puffs.
Yep.
I have 4 kids, so I brought them to the fair many years. The first year I was at the fair without them, it gave me an opportunity to check out some things I didn't even know were here, like the Minnesota Pioneer Museum. That there's a little cabin on the fair here at the fair where if you can prove that your family was a Minnesota pioneer and settled, that you can be part of this group, and they maintain this really cute little cabin. So like that.
I did not know anything about that. That's cool.
All right, Eric.
Well, I'm with Vicky. The Pronto Pup is for me. My favorite State Fair story, I don't think I can share that on the air. Some laws were infringed upon. But my second favorite State Fair story is I worked at Valley Fair in the summers growing up, and in the games department, and we dominated at the games then. So we'd come up here every day of the fair, win a bunch of prizes, and we'd sell them to dads and boyfriends and husbands who are struggling and spending small fortunes trying to win prizes.
You know that $60 stuffed animal? That's always really
Uh-huh.
my
right,
favorite
Jason.
food is I don't even know what they're called. It's like corned beef with cream cheese with a pickle in the middle, and they roll it. They're so good. They're down by the I don't even know where they're by, but they're really good.
Is it deep fried or is
no,
it
it's beef,
yum?
cream cheese, and a pickle. Because you know how you get those
Yep.
little mini rolls
Yes.
that people make for parties and stuff?
I
They
love
slice
those.
the pickle in the
Yeah.
middle.
Those
This
are
is
so
a big
good.
one, but it's really good. That's
Yum.
my favorite food. And then my fair story, I don't know if I'm trying to remember what I even said last year, because I think I did a fair story last year, is just seeing the big animals. You know, when you go to the farm area and the largest pig in the world or whatever, the
I don't
record
think I've
breaker,
done that.
or the you know what I mean? It's just kind of cool to see the animals, and and check them out. But that's my favorite story.
Okay, I have another favorite one. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
My little boy and I were at the fair the other day. He says, Mom, I don't eat pork. Just bacon and free samples. Just bacon and free samples.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. So that's funny. That's good. Well, hopefully we have some good memories, and you guys are making some memories here. And if you're listening and you're not here at the fair yet, you hopefully plan to come to the fair. Check it out and have fun. It's every year I'm the type to not I don't want to get too busy. There's so many, I'm kind of more like that. And when I get here, I have fun. It's great, and there's a lot of people, and you have a good time. And now that the kids are older, they'll be coming with us a lot now too. So they're coming for the first time this year. Asher and Victoria are, so they'll be excited. So
is Genevieve coming too? Or?
Genevieve's not coming.
Okay.
She's staying at home with Grandma. So.
Oh.
But the bigger kids are coming, so they're gonna have fun and maybe do some rides and
You got to
check
do
out
the
the
giant
animals.
slide. The kids love
yes.
that thing.
the giant slide.
I
right?
took Jack and Luke last year, so Luke would have been 2, and it was.
And he's 2, and he did it.
Yes, he did.
Wow, I
we had a
didn't know that.
stroller and everything in it. That was the biggest pain in the booty. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't get through all these people with my stroller. Move it. So I took out a couple ankles and.
Nice. So we are talking about something that you probably want to put off talking about, but if your basement, Vicky taught us a lot here, and Eric taught us so much already in the first segment about if you're used to your basement smell as just being normal, quote, it's not normal, which so that's a lot of houses, because we go into a lot of houses every day, Dawn. I'm sure a lot of other realtors do. There's a lot of houses where you have that just basement smell. That means something's going on, and it probably could be mold. I don't want to even say the word mold, but because sometimes you're so worried about that. But
So sometimes it's just the carpet. Sometimes wet cement. 2 years ago when it rained and rained and rained, I had 3 clients that gutted their basement by 3 different cleaning companies. And then they said it smelled worse than it did because some of it was just wet cement. But the biggest culprit of mold spores in Minnesota basements is the carpet.
Is
so I
it
always tell
really?
people, So you can kind of start your own investigation. You take a pliers, you go down. It's usually worse in the corners where the rain gutters drop, and you lift it up. And if it's most carpet has a wooden tack strip, so you look at the tack strips to see is there just rust on the nails, and then is there rust stains on the carpet, and you put your nose right up to it. If you have rust stains on the carpet and a musty odor, you probably have mold in your carpet that you can't even see, because I tell people you don't need to see big black or green patches to have it. When you do see those patches, then it's really bad.
Wow.
But most of the time it's just kind of hiding. Most carpet is synthetic and it's actually growing in the dust that's accumulated. But if there's enough moisture to rust the nails, there's enough moisture to grow mold. Now, if you lift it and you see your tack strips are totally chipped or black, that tells you that you have a leak in that area. And you don't have to have an actual leak to grow it. It can just be condensation, but that's how you figure out what's going on with your carpet initially.
that's why. So I work with a lot of. We work with a lot of nonprofits, and when they build and do houses, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll have no carpet in the basement in Minnesota, because probably going off those statistics that Vicky just said, that's the number one cause of mold in the basement. So they'll want a hard surface, either a painted concrete, that looks really good, or they'll want some sort of hard floor, like a vinyl or a linoleum type floor on the basement floor, so that if there is any moisture, it doesn't add up, right? But it's still not going to fix the problem, is what you're looking. I'm looking at Vicky, and she's kind of giving me this eye, like,
well,
no.
you kind of want your floor to breathe. So as much trouble as carpet causes, in my opinion, ceramic tile will never grow mold. It can withstand sewer backups, and it can be cleaned. So
you'd rather see tile?
Tile's the best.
Wow.
Even with the grout doesn't grow mold, because my shower, I swear there's.
Yeah, shower mold is going to grow. Shower is kind of expected. That's kind of a housekeeping thing. If you're really having trouble with your grout, you need a professional cleaner in there.
Don't take offense to that, Don.
It was there when I bought those, but I cannot get it out. I scrub.
When it's in the caulking, you have to replace the caulking. You can't clean caulking, but you can clean grout.
But
you might need a professional to help.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, I might have to call Eric at Vanaclean.
So Eric, so you
Mitigate
come
my
in
shower.
and you see. So Vicky comes in, does the testing, and says, "Hey, there's a lot going on here," and then you come in and clean it up, right?
That's the ideal scenario right there. Is if it's pre-tested by Vicky or an inspector, and then have a remediation company like AdvanaClean come in and properly remediate it, which is a very detailed process. I think people oftentimes don't understand how incredibly detailed that is. We're essentially trying to capture all the dust in our containment.
Wow.
When you think about all the dust and that can be out there, it's very, very painstakingly detailed to do it properly.
And this is something that's, I think, overlooked, and we'll get on to this next segment because we're going to break here, but it's overlooked compared to radon. I think radon's got a higher priority now than mold. So we'll be back soon. Thanks for listening.